This summer, JCVI Venture Institute proudly welcomed a talented and incredible group of interns.
To hands-on research to data analysis and contribute to real science and made their mark.
But don't take our word for it.
Let's hear what they have to say.
How has your perspective on research science future career goals changed?
I used to think science was a very clear-cut, straight path with clear goals, but I've learned that there's a lot of trial and error involved, and there's many things you can learn and grow.
When I started this internship, I didn't realize how many different facets there are to research. For example, I'm doing dry lab stuff, but I didn't realize that there would be aspects of the dry lab that actually requires me to go to the wet lab.
I have come to see it as a privilege to be in a space where research allows us to explore global questions and contribute to real solutions. It's deepened my sense of responsibility and purpose.
What advice would you give to future JCVI interns?
I would say don't be afraid to ask questions. For me, questions have been the best way for me to learn more. And people at JCVI are really nice, so even if it seems kind of scary to ask them questions, even if they don't know who you are, they're always willing to help you out.
I would say don't get so caught up in the research and learning and trying to do well that you can't appreciate the overall experience.
Science is all about setbacks. When something goes wrong in your experiment, don't get frustrated, take a step back, look at it from all the different angles and see what you can fix, because that's what science is really about.
What is one thing this internship taught you that no textbook ever could?
One thing I learned, I think, is how to work with a team, because when I first thought about research, I thought it was very much just you at your own bench doing your own thing. But in the lab, everyone's working on something slightly different, but you all have the same goal.
I would say troubleshooting. It requires a lot of creativity and an in-depth knowledge of the procedure that can only be gained from hands-on experience, which is definitely what we get here at JCVI.
I would say getting hands-on experiences, which you can't really get from a textbook. And this is very prominent at JCVI, so I'm really thankful for it.
Well, I've grown a lot during the summer, especially as a developer, because it taught me how to read code and a lot of bioinformatics principles.
I feel like I've grown more patient this summer, especially with lab work. Experiments will fail, and it's okay to take a step back and learn from them.
What's something your mentor said that always stuck with you?
Aaron said, things happen. Simple, but it's meaningful because encountering roadblocks in research can feel really tough. But it's important to remember countless people and scientists have been in that position before, so you should just troubleshoot, learn something new, and reroute.
Marcelo once said to turn your I don't knows into I will knows, and to always learn through our errors, and I found that really inspiring. It definitely pushed me to see setbacks as part of the progress instead of complete failure.
This stuff is not easy. Despite research being really intimidating at first, and having to make a transition between two different fields, with a bit of time and perseverance, I've been familiar with my work and conduct meaningful research.
If there was something you could say to your mentor or anyone at JCVI, what would it be?
I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to learn from Dr. Chan and Dr. Tan, and I thank them very much for their guidance, support, and also the chance to contribute to meaningful research.
Dr. Behan, I want to thank you for giving me the space to be part of your lab and for all the experiences.
Dr. Behan, thank you so much for taking me on to this project this summer. It has been a joy working here with you. And Jake, you have been so helpful throughout this entire summer. Thank you both.